Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 12, Getting Out There podcast. Anthony here again, the fortnightly dose of what I have to bring to the world, some advice and whatever you get out of it. I appreciate any of the feedback that I've heard back. I appreciate you people listening into it. It's been great. I think this episode I was just reflecting on a few things, particularly personally I've turned 40. I don't look 40, I don't act 40. My closest friends would know that. But it's funny because the Australian average person lives to, say, 82, 83. So really, 40 onwards is the second half of your life. And reflecting on it, I'm like, how am I going to make it the best second half of my life? What am I going to do? You know, and not just for myself, but the people around me as well. My kids, family, partner, everything. So... there's things I was looking at and, discussions I've had with people about, going on holiday, what they do, what they haven't done yet, what they miss doing as a kid. Like, speaking to someone today and they're like, yeah, man, I used to go fishing every week, every day. When I was a kid, we used to do this and do that. And, they went to spots like Mornington, they went to Port Arlington, they went different places and, and then I said, I went fishing a little bit as well. Probably not as much as he did, but I did a few things when I was a kid, and within the time I had when we were a kid, like Italian background, we saw a lot of family back in the day. We didn't really, from my younger years, we went on holidays, but we didn't really do that. Every weekend go fishing or every weekend go camping. There wasn't really that tradition in my family, and really, when I was much younger, we didn't go camping that much. I only went really camping later in life when, I probably turned 16, 17, and that's when sort of my dad got, we got the tent and started going. So I didn't really go as a kid, and I frothed watching people turn up at school with the camper trailer or like a trailer full of stuff to go camping. I'm like, fuck, I wish I can do that. Wonder what it'd be like. Wonder if I can be friends with a family that does that. And that's nothing wrong with what my parents did. Like, that's, I had a sister as well, and you have to all want to appreciate and go and actually just go. Like, we did cabins in the lawn, we did a few different things, which was, never forget those memories. And looking back at it now, and I asked the guy, back to what I was saying before, he's going fishing every week. I said, mate, why can't, why don't you take your kid out, go, plan in a couple of weeks, get a rod, go. Make the day of it. Go to Mornington, get a bag of bait, get some rods, go. And he's like, but time, and this, that. And I'm like, nah, you got to make time, just plan it right. Sit as a team with your partner and say, this is what I want to do, or what can we do as a family? I don't know, but don't just shelf it and just move on to the next thing, because guess what? Time ticks fucking fast. If you're awake, you're only awake 1,000 minutes a day. How do you spend it? The age of 6. Well, my children are going to be 7 in 2 weeks, and I found from the age of 3 to now, and even onwards, like they don't forget things like on your trips you did, or who you went with, or they don't give a shit how much you work or how much you complain about work when you get home. I work so much, or I did overtime. You do those things, and we have to do it. And I commemorate everyone that does it. They will never forget, in those times of working hard, they will never forget when you go away, the memories you make on those trips. Like, my kids still remember when I was setting up the tent by myself and nearly blew away. They still talk about that. They were 3.5 then. But they won't forget. They won't remember, me turning up late to get home from work late and coming home in a grumpy mood. There's things like, I used to do that, and sometimes you just got to leave that mood out the door. And it did happen recently. I sort of caught myself doing it, and things have changed there, which is good. So I guess the roundabout point I'm getting to before I go into any more deeper rabbit holes is, make time, go and do that fishing trip. It's only a day trip. Or make that time to even kick the footy, do something. They never forget that. And then those memories and those different occasions you do from day trips can turn into longer trips and turn into not overnighters, even 2 night trips. And then you have it. You build you build a base to go do things outdoors. And, you know, from then it gets easier. It's challenging at the start because you're going to be in a different environment, but as you go on, it gets easier and easier, and then it becomes like clockwork, and then it becomes a yearly trip, and it even becomes you know, the weather's a particular way, and you just already got the rods ready to go out the door, or you already got the tent set up outside to make sure it's all ready to go. I found doing that and just having that routine has definitely helped my family in getting ready and going. Looking forward to trips, motivation to do trips, but more importantly, not forgetting to go on trips. I always get reminded, when are we going next? When are we going next? Yes, we've got a trip planned in November, but I want to plan more. And to do that, I've got to make sure, work's right. You got to make sure school, everything, all the different factors that I have, just got to make sure it's right. But if you're determined to do it, it'll just happen. You'll make it happen. You'll communicate the whatever you have to do to whoever you have to make sure that you do it right for the kids, you do it right for yourself, and you have fun. Because end of the day, time's ticking. I'm, 40. I used to laugh turning 40 10 years ago. Now I'm 40. I'm like, shit, what have I done? I can tell you, I'm happy with where I am and happy with what I've done. Could I have improved? Yes. Everyone can improve. But can you reflect and make sure things that you didn't do in the past don't happen again? Damn right you can. So, if you're always beating yourself up and saying, fuck, I haven't made time to do this, well, make a plan and make time. Do some I'm happy to talk further about this discussion in an email or on DMs on Instagram, because, I've done a lot of work on that with a lot of different people professionally as well. So it's, what I've spoken to about with friends and what we've done has actually got proof in it. So happy to help out anyone, because, these days we're all ticking fast. It's even funny. You want to go into it, I'll go into it lightly, but, get your health checked, get a blood work done. Make sure everything's all right. That you may think, may something not be feeling right. You watch an ad about something to go get checked, and you think of the symptoms you've had the last few days. Go get checked. Just do it. Spend time doing it. Take a day off work, a sick leave, and do it. But make sure your health's in check, because these days there's so much shit coming up, and it's worth just getting it done. It's worth just getting a health check. So even do that. I know it's probably a bit too personal, but you want to make sure there's stuff that you can prolong your life. You can actually, not sort of put up more stuff off because of your health, because you only got one body. So definitely get a checkup on that, and it all intertwines, and it all goes into one place, because in the day you need energy and stamina to pack, do things with the kids, cook, clean, everything. Even more importantly, do the activities. So have a look at it, investigate it, and you never know what you can find. Maybe nothing, maybe something, but one bloke to another, and even the females as well. Like, get checked. It's worth it. I guess for a bit of background on my health journey, I've probably been different shapes and sizes over the years, from uni days to now. But primarily a few years ago, I guess we were all in lockdown. I started running. In all honesty, I started running because I couldn't be fucked wearing a mask while walking my dog when no one was around. So I just said, oh, you don't have to wear one when running. So fuck it, I start running. I've always ridden. I've always done some form of exercise at the gym. But when I went on the running journey, I started doing different things, like getting every 2 years or so. I try every year, but getting my blood checked, and found out I had high cholesterol. So I worked on different ways to lower my cholesterol, which meant less salami, which, was pretty devastating a little bit, but made a few different changes in there. And my diet, my cholesterol is lower, but I also did different things, like learning to stretch, learning to eat different foods, and that's helped immensely with my health. So at 40, I feel like I've got a good bill of health. Everyone could be better. Of course, I could probably cut out a few things here and there, but at the end of the day, I'm happy and pretty healthy. And I hope that for lots of people, particularly in my audience, and people around you, want to be healthy. So you can say it's a bit of a health check rant, but here we are. We're talking about it. I plan. I love to be that grandparent that'll throw their grandkids over their shoulders still, and outrun them. So if you want the honest truth, and that's my plan. Yeah, that is my plan. I want to take them away go away with my kids when they're 18, and still want to invite their dad out, or I don't want to be that parent that like, oh shit, we better hide from dad because we were going to go out, we got to do this and do that. No, I want to be that parent that goes, yeah, I'm coming, or when you get asked to come, or that'll be great. And I think you can build that culture with your kids, and if that's what you want, if you want to be around a bit more, I think that whole mentality of the kids are out 18, get out the door, I don't know, I want to be around them a bit more, at those years, because really, when you think about it, from 0 to 18, you are with your children 50% of their time. 50%. That's a shitload of time in their first 18 years. After that, they finish year 12, or they're out. Primarily, the cultural thing is, they're 18. They go out a lot more. They distance themselves from them. So, do you want to just cut it all off? It's up to you. Me? No. Others? Who knows? It's up to you. So, I don't know. Have a think of those numbers. It got me good once, and yeah, it's interesting. So, yeah, it's a good idea to reflect and go, what do I want to do, and even write down, journal it. The shit you write down, and you can reflect over a couple of years whether you achieved that goal, exceeded it, or haven't hit it yet. Don't beat yourself up over it. There's always time. So get on it. Try something new. Try something different. It's a bit of a mental health rant. So in other news, the Prado's had a bit of an update inside. I got a K-on shelf above the boot area. So it sits above in the roof line. It's about 100 mil deep. It's from K-on, Australian made. It bolts onto the grab holders of the cargo area of the Prado 150. Best part of it is you can't see it in the mirror when you're looking at reverse. I hate things obscuring my vision, particularly in the rear. And this shelf is great to put your towels, pillows, first aid kit, stuff you don't crushed, or stuff you need to access easily. But yeah, got the kids to do it and put it on. It was pretty cool. And now, like, I've got towels up there. When I go away, I put a couple of pillows up there. It's actually really, you don't want to crush your pillows in with all these stuff, or even worse, when you pull up, nothing's worse than pulling up, getting shit out of the car, say you're barbecuing stuff to make lunch, and you're going to move the pillows, and you get, your pillows get dirty. You don't want that. So, no, that shelf was good on the way, and also getting a K-on bash plate underneath. So it's my factory one at the moment. It's quite beaten up over the last couple of years, so I'm getting a new one. It actually helps the approach angle better, a bit heavier, but that's okay. It's made in Australia. It's really good steel, and it still has access easily to get to the oil filler, which is exactly what I want. I want to be able to take the sun plug out and do my oil without having to reinvent the world. Apparently the ARB ones do it. You have to take the whole fucking bash plate off just to do your oil. And then also they don't make it for Caddy SS Prados, which I've got. And I'm looking forward to that when that comes in. Just getting it ready for the trips and whatnot we're doing in November, December, and January out in the high country. I plan to do run up Blue Rag and go Billy Goat's Gruff. That's my aim. I can't wait to do it. Me and my friend have been talking about it for years, and now I've got the setup to do it, ready to go. Also a bit of camping on the side and stuff, so now I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, doing those things are just going to help me, my 9 to 5 car, be able to be a weekend warrior and still be able to do the 9 to 5 job that it needs to do during the week. I built it in a way, not because Facebook told me to, or Instagram told me to, or YouTube influencers told me to do it. I did because it's something I've, researched myself, seen that's proven work, and execute it. So I'll be able to review it and get back some feedback on it and all as well. So watch this space on that one. Concluding this episode, I really would like to hear more feedback from you guys. What do you want to hear? What's missing that you think that others are doing and I'm not? So I really like to hear some feedback from you guys to say, hey, add this in show, or can you review this, or can I need help with something. So get on my email, info@gettingouthere.net.au. Instagram is gettingouthere_. And yeah, ask me some questions. Give me some feedback. I've answered a couple, but I want more. So I want to go into it a bit more to see what you guys want, what you want to hear. You be in the car driving to or from work. You could be on a walk. You could be at the gym, or you can be camping. That'd be sick, camping and listening to a potty. So I've listened to there's a few good camping podcasts out there. So you got the Whacker guys, Pete. He's got the Swagman podcast and Everyman Chats. I love that episode, that podcast, and we talk on the DMs, and yeah, it's great to bring back some ideas and whatnot. One of my favorite guys I followed on Instagram, Aaron Offroader, he actually messaged me and said great podcast, and listened to a fair few of them. Had a bit of a laugh on a few things and said good feedbacks. And it's funny because I watched his YouTube when he was building up his Prado and a few things he's done, and yeah, that sort of inspired me to do mine. And yeah, it was interesting just seeing all different builds. So yeah, it's good to have a listen to get some feedback on people that you sort of like you watched and seen over the years. And also the Snowy Shops podcast, that's actually a pretty good one as well. That's actually probably what inspired me to get started, in a sense. I don't mind those two guys talking about, all the products they sell, all the reviews they've done, what they've done personally as well. I love the fact they talk about their personal trips and what they do with their kids, what they do themselves, all the quirkiness of their products and what they like to use and what use, and even use stuff they don't sell. And it's good because it's no bullshit there. So yeah, get onto those as guys as well. I think you'll like it, the Snowy podcast. So yeah, thanks for your time. I look forward to hearing back from you guys, and you'll hear me in a couple of weeks. So enjoy what you're doing. Have fun. Cheers. Bye.